Although we have our new van for major travels, you'll still see our 1977 classic reappear from time to time. This outing was a get-together of vintage van enthusiasts at the Clayton Bay Riverside holiday park. Although it was a cold weekend, we were fortunate not to have any rain until the Monday when everyone was going home. Hi, if you're new to our channel, we're Steve and Caroline of Vintage Adventures Australia. For over 10 years our travels have been in vintage caravans, but in 2025 we made the leap to a modern off-grid van so we could leave the tarmac and explore more of this beautiful country. As we're a bit vintage ourselves, we remain Vintage Adventures Australia.
Well, here we go, we're off to the Vintage and Classic Caravan get together at Clayton Bay, so talk to you soon. I've got a bit of driving to do. See you later. Okay, this is a bit better, I think. This is our spot at the Vintage and Classic Caravan get together at Clayton Bay. So our neighbours there with their beautiful Bentley, and this is our outlook, which is pretty nice. There we go. So I'll show it to you in the morning, and time to go and sit by the fire and have a glass of red. I'll spin around here, and there we fly. Katie, your Delma. Good morning, everybody. This is woken up to a really foggy morning at Clayton Bay. So hopefully when the fog lifts, I'll give you another look at our campsite. So we're here at the Vintage Classic Caravan catch up in our 1977 Adelma. Got another Adelma next to us with a beautiful Bentley. Talk to you soon, guys.
Good morning. We are down at Clayton Bay and we're heading out to there's a farm along this way that has a bakery, and a little bit like the famous fridge on Bruny Island, they sell sourdough and all sorts of yummy goodies, and a little I think fairly certain I've seen it before on the side of the road. So we're going out to see if hopefully we're not too late. Hasn't all been sold out. Join you again when we get there. On our way through Finnis, and the bread place is just on the other side. At Finnis there's a lovely general store that does meals and coffee. Here it is here.
A few of our members there by the looks. John.
All enjoying the coffee, and hopefully we should be at this place shortly.
Here at the Finnis Farm Stay sourdough bread place, so very popular. There we go. Here's Caroline getting some of the bread. Award-winning baked goods, eh?
I've chosen the sourdough focaccia.
Yes.
And the multigrain loaf.
Beautiful. And you can pay with BSB?
Yes.
That's excellent.
Scanning number here.
Very good. Cute little shop.
With card or bank transfer.
There you go.
Well, we kind of took the right, we missed a turn on the way back from Finnis, which has brought us on the road through to Malang instead of Clayton Bay. But we've come across this little gem. Malang's very own dinosaur. I think this person bought it from somewhere. It looks like it has fairy lights at night, so it's probably pretty easy to find their farm if you're looking for it. And I've just brought you up to the, this used to be an old water tower, you can see obviously by the round shape, which was removed, and then a community group organised to have it turned into something interesting. So they've got their compass points, you can see on the ground there, but it's a great place to view the waterways of Clayton Bay. So this is obviously the bay ahead of us, going up towards, through there I think is towards the Finnis River, and it also links up with Galway. Over there we're looking at Hindmarsh Island, I think, and down that way I think you go to Galway. So yeah, this is just, I'll put a map in when I put the footage together. This is like a little finger of land that goes out down this way. But yeah, it's a really lovely spot, very quiet. It's mostly just holiday houses and the caravan park. One little shop with the sort of nearest next town with a couple of services being Malang, and then proper sort of full services and supermarkets, etc., probably all the way to Galway, which is only half an hour away. But yeah, it's lovely. So we're still part of the vintage group and have our vintage van, and we're here at Clayton Bay with our vintage van group, and you'll see here some people have their vintage cars as well. Beautiful old Bentley, and this is like the lower lakeside section of the park. I'll just take you for a walk around to see some of the vans which people bring. This is the Crest line. This is the lovely Annie. She's about a 1940s, I think. Coming along, and see the lots of bird life here. We've had a swan swimming around this morning, but I think they've moved on. Here we are, lovely Cadillac, and a very pretty pink and white van. This is the lovely Woody. They've made a very pretty awning there with lights and so on. And then have a look at those gorgeous tail lights. Fantastic. We've got a little, maybe 1960s, possibly a Viscount or something like that. Another beautiful little Viscount. Oh, naughty bird is on the trading table. Hey, I don't think you're meant to be up there, mister. No, I don't think so. Coming down even lower to the lake, but this is a lovely spot. You can see the lake out there. We've got a road haven. That'll be a 1950s. And then we've got the beautiful Fiesta from Mildura. Now these are friends of ours, and this van has been in Kevin's family since he was born pretty much, and he and multiple brothers and sisters lived in that van with his parents. This is an English imported van. I've forgotten the type. I'll find out and I'll put it on the screen. That's probably could be an early 70s. And then we've got a Roadmaster here. This is about a 1950s van belonging to Lynn and Adrian. They've done up beautifully. Little Franklin 76. And a nicely polished Wayfarer. That'll be 1950s. This is a cute little number which I've not seen before. All yellow and white. Quite sure what it could be. A thing called a sport line. They tend to have that little sharp brow. And then we've got a lovely Quest. They're usually a 60s van. Another large Viscount. A 1970s freeway camper van. It's a bit too big for that car, but I guess they must work alright. And then here's a little cutie. Pink and white. And Thomas's van. And here we are with a nice lakefront view in our 1977 Adelma. I tell you what, this awning's a lot harder to put up than the one we roll out in the Kakadu, but it does look pretty. More vintage vans. We've got a good showing of Adelmas here this weekend. Vicky the Viscount. Another Adelma. This is a Zest line, I think. Yes. Cara Park Zest line. The local car clubs come down. The Strathalbyn Auto Collectors brought all their vehicles, and the weather's been very nice today. Sun's coming out. Got classic Mercedes, classic Ford. No car show's complete without at least one Valiant. And there's another one down the other end. replete with dice. It's turning into rather a nice day, actually.
Here, mate. You park in front of the Valiant.
Oh, this one looks
Go
good.
in and then you park.
Here, Pauline, this is like early of yours. The beast. Hello. It is. Who else have we got here? Monaro. Woohoo! Got Aussie cars here. Morning, morning.